Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We know what it is. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. And you are here live with Coach Steele. And I am, of course, Coach Steele. And we are here doing Coach Steele's finance training. Happy to have you in the room. You already know what we do in the beginning. We get this sound check out of the way. That way I can make sure you can hear me loud and clear. And then we get the party started. So come on in the room. Oh, yeah. We are in business. Come on in the room. Let's have a conversation today. I'm excited about today's conversation. I think it's good. It'll be healthy. A healthy conversation. And so if you've read the title, you already know what the conversation is about. Got some Christmas music going, although I know I'm going to change it. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in the room. You are here at Coach Steele's Finance Training. It's a Saturday morning, a little after 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. It's when we go live every week, every Saturday morning. I know somebody sleep next to you. Just go on and nudge them. Got to wake up. Wake up. I know it's Saturday. Wake up. It's time to talk about financial literacy. It's time to talk about that moolah. It's time to talk about that dinero. It's time to talk about money and the flow of it and what we're going to do with that money in the next few days. It is close towards the end of 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, close towards the end of the year. And there's money that's going to be moving in the next few days like never before. A lot of times throughout the year, this will be the most movement we see with money. And so as you are tuned in on this morning, I want to welcome you in. As you come on in, make sure that you greet me, tell me good morning. I want to talk to you. I want to have a conversation about money, financial literacy. And today we're talking about Christmas shopping, spending strategies. Christmas shopping, spending habits, Christmas shopping systems that you can put in place, things you can do that will help you stay within budget of your shopping. I'm going to talk about things that you may not have even factored into the equation or structure that you can do to help you with your Christmas shopping. So, am I going to just sit here and tell you not to spend any money? Maybe, but I'm also going to tell you if you are going to spend money, try some of these strategies. Try some of these systems to see if they work for you to help you stay organized, stay on track, and stay in budget for your Christmas shopping. So this will be a great conversation to have on today. It's the 21st of December. And honestly, many of you aren't finished shopping yet. So it's a great conversation to have before you go jump off that cliff. And so you have to think about January and February in December. A lot of us don't want to think about January and February in December because we're thinking income taxes will compensate, fix, and handle every mistake, spending problem, whatever that comes up, or whatever situation, financial situation we create in December. We are relying on January and February to handle that load. And so that's counting the eggs before they hatch, or counting the chickens before they hatch, whichever phrase that is. But let's have a conversation today. But before we do, I do want to get some announcements out of the way. It's important we get these announcements out of the way because here at Coach Steele's Finance Training, we got a lot of great things going on. So before I do those, I'm going to share my screen on a few of those announcements so you can see what's going on, so you don't miss out on any opportunities with what's going on with the Coach Steele's Finance Training team. So definitely welcome to the team on this morning. All right, so let's see. Let me get my list in place so I don't forget anything. Oh, yeah. And if you're listening in, just know that I am live on YouTube and I'm live on Facebook. So if you do listen in on the Facebook page, still go to the YouTube channel, Coach Still Finance Training, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Why? One, because I told you to. And two, I will appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me. It'll be like a Christmas gift if you go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. All right. So, why also about the YouTube channel subscribing? Because we're close to 400 subscribers. Let me say that again. We are close to 400 subscribers. When we get to 400 subscribers, I am going to give away a total of $50. A total of $50 to my YouTube subscribers and to those subscribers, well, not to all of them. I won't be giving $50 away 400 times. So let me break that down. I'm going to do a drawing. And when I do a drawing, I have a lot of names in this cup, a lot of people who have followed directions, and I have their names on these pieces of paper. So if you are a subscriber and you send me an email, and in that email, you write at least one title to one of the YouTube channel videos. I have over 400 YouTube channel videos. If you send me an email with the title of one of those videos and you are a subscriber, then I'm going to put your name in the drawing for the money that I'll give away. One gift will be $10, the other one will be $15, and the other one is $25. So I'm going to draw 3 people, $10, $15, or $25. Take the money, use it for gas money, or use it as a gift for someone. Or you may decide to do something else with it. You might decide to invest and buy some crypto or something, or a fractional share of some type of stock. But either way, set yourself up to be in that drawing. So good morning to you as you listen in on today. And let's see here. Switching up the music a little bit, guys. That's all. All right, here we go. So that's one thing. Make sure you send in the email. That way you can qualify for the drawing of the $10, $15, or $25. Also, I want to thank my community that sends money every month. I have some people, whether they send $10, $5, $15, $50, $100, $20, that send money every month to support the mission work in helping people in Cameroon. Like I told you, Coach Still's Finance Training, it is global. So we have people from all over that tune in to Coach Still's Finance Training. There's people from different states that tune in, but I do have people that listen from different countries like Cameroon, Cyprus, and a few others as well. And so as we continue, good morning to my lovely wife, Yvette Steele. Thank you for tuning in on this morning. I appreciate your support. And good morning to anyone else who's tuning in. If you send me a message in the chat section on Facebook or in the comment section on YouTube and the comment section on Facebook, I will definitely respond back to you and greet you if I see it come across. So anyway, we're talking about Christmas shopping strategies on today. And also, I do want to continue to thank the people that have supported the work in Cameroon. Let's see if I can share my screen, because let's see if you all can see this video. See if this picture, if it shows up. So this is a picture of 2 of the young people in Cameroon that we support. There we go. All right, you all can see it. Over here to the left in the white t-shirt is Blessing. Blessing is 13 years old. And then to the right is Perez. Perez is 10 years old. And so both of them, as you see, they have a bicycle. And I'm excited because both of them have been walking so far to school every morning and then walk far to get back home. And it's been a great distance, and it's very hot over in Africa and over in Cameroon during this time. So they appreciate the bicycles. For those who do support and those who do send in money, I was able to purchase both of them bicycles. And also they have to go walk a great distance to go get water from a well. And so these two young people now I talked to them on the phone yesterday, and they were excited because they use the bicycles now to go get water from the well. So when they're carrying back these big bottles and everything, it is so much easier with the bicycles. And so they do live with their grandmother, and she's up in age. She's very close to about 60 years old. And so those bicycles and the money you donated have been very, very helpful in making life easier for them. So many times we think that we don't have enough or we could have more. And there's so many people out there that something small as a bicycle will change their whole world around and make their life and their day better. So definitely appreciate everyone who has supported the mission work over in Cameroon. When people donate, I give money for food, for clothes, for shoes, for school fees, and also for ministries. We've even built a church over in Cameroon as well. So just want to tell everybody, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you are interested in donating money every once in a blue moon, or if you want to do it monthly, let me know, and I'll tell you where to send the money. All right. So now let's talk about this Christmas shopping. How many people, and in the comment section, you can write in and answer this question. How many people are still Christmas shopping? You can type in me, you can put in a hand raised. How many people are still currently Christmas shopping or still debating on whether to Christmas shop or not? How many people aren't finished Christmas shopping? How many people are still looking for things to buy? And as we talk about this on this morning, this is a subject that most people don't want to talk about when we talk about shopping, when we talk about what to buy and what not to buy. And so you have to understand there's nothing wrong with shopping. There's nothing wrong with buying things, but you need to have a system in place. And when it comes to Christmas shopping, you need to set a total budget. So one of the best things you can do when you have to Christmas shop is set a budget. Put something in place. What's your number? What is your total amount? This is going to help so many people who may not have started yet. So before you make too many mistakes, or it may help you before you dive too far into making that financial mistake. So when you're Christmas shopping, what are you saying? I'm only spending $1,000 this year. I'm only spending $500. You need to know your total budget. Decide how much you can afford to spend overall without impacting your essential expenses or saving goals. So because you still have some other goals going on, right? So you have to be realistic to avoid post-holiday regret. Yes, that's what we want to avoid. We want to avoid post-holiday regret. Post-holiday regret is no fun at all. Post-holiday regret leaves you with a bad feeling. So we want to avoid post-holiday regret by setting our total budget. What is that number? What does it look like? For some people, they're spending $2,000 for Christmas. Good morning, Miss Leslie Moore. Happy to have you tuned in on today. So some people, their number is $2,000. Some people, I'm only spending $1,000. Some people, it might be I'm only spending $200. Everybody's at different levels. Some people might be on my level. where you're only spending this amount right here. Boom. Okay, Leslie says she's already there. Good morning, Mr. Reggie Castile. Happy to have you tuning in. I wonder what Mr. Reggie Castile's spending limit is. What is his max for this Christmas holiday? Because he probably gonna spend at least 5,000. You know, he gotta spend money on people all the way from Louisiana to Georgia to South Carolina. So and he got long money anyway, so he's good. So, Leslie, are you already at your max? I think that's what she's saying. She's already at her max. And so, when we look at all of this, we got to figure out where our numbers are, what's going on, our total budget. So, that's the first thing right there. We have to know what our total budget is, because if we know what our total budget is, then we won't go over it. We actually, it's like you give yourself some parameters, some borders, some barriers. Just like the game of basketball or football, there's an out of bounds line. There's certain distances you got to go. There's certain places where you got to put the ball at. You have rules, regulations. And so with that, it'll help you stay within range. Christmas shopping budgeting can help you manage your holiday expenses and avoid stress. And so that's why we have to have that budget in place. Let's go to number 2. Oh, this is good right here. Here's number 2. It's not complicated at all. Number 2, list all recipients. Yeah, list all the recipients. Write down everyone you plan to shop for, including family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, anyone else, like teachers, neighbors. Some of y'all got boyfriends, girlfriends, boo things, you name it. Every recipient needs to be listed. If you're going to do Christmas shopping for all these people, you need to treat it like a wedding. You need to treat it like a baby shower invitation. Who all is coming? Who are the recipients on your list? How many people you got? How many people are you shopping for? See, this is going to help you so that you don't offend someone or you don't forget someone on accident, or you can forget them on purpose. You need to make this list, write it down, make it plain so that when you see it, you can run with it. So now, who's on your list and who's not? Some of you all may treat this list like Santa. Who's been naughty and who's been nice to you? I don't know how you decide who you're going to buy gifts for and who you aren't going to buy gifts for. Some of you may do what I decided to do and don't buy any gifts. Now, that's going to sound mean. But anyway, you need to make your list. You need to make your list of recipients and go down that list. And then it's important. This list of recipients is very, very vital for you staying within that budget, that amount of money that you have planned on spending. So Yvette still has it. Number 1, know your budget. Number 2, list your recipients. All right, next. What's the next thing? Assign a budget per person. Now, you made a list of recipients, but we didn't put a price on them. Yep, that's right. We got to put a price on each person. Yes, Leslie. Yes, Mr. Reggie Castile. Everyone that's tuning in, we have to put a price on each person. That means, how much do I plan on spending on this close family member? How much do I plan on spending on this friend? And how much do I plan on spending for this co-worker over here? And some of you, whether you're in, I forgot what's that term called when people are in a group and they all agree to Christmas shop for each other. And then there's a price range that everybody agrees to stay below. I forgot what it's called, but a Christmas whatever. So some of you may be in a Christmas shopping group thing already, and you've already put that in place. That is good. Now, I will tell you this. I'm not buying any Christmas gifts. So I don't want to be in any group, and don't give me a number. So it just depends on what those are. And I will tell you this. For some of you that are in certain groups, you may feel peer pressure You may feel like, well, they put me in this group, so I have to buy something. If your budget does not allow you, or is not set up, is not conducive, the way that your checking and your savings is set up won't allow you to successfully do that, then you have to speak up and say, hey, you know what? I would love to participate in your group and do that, but right now is a bad time for me. And for some of you, don't feel bad. You might have to wait till January, February to buy somebody something. That's fine. Or you can just choose not to do it at all. But it is not mandatory. It is not required. You do not have to break your budget, break your bank, get completely out of your financial goals just to fall within the cultural dynamics of I have to go get this because. You don't have to fall into peer pressure at all. We're all grown. So if you're going to, number 3, assign a budget per person, allocate a specific amount to each recipient based on your total budget and your relationship with them. So maybe a close family member, you might spend more for them. You might spend $50 to $100 for those close family members because they're family. And then friends, instead of $50 to $100, you might spend $20 to $40 when it comes to friends because, it's not on the same level as family. And then coworkers, you might only spend $10 to $20 for your coworkers as well. So there's levels to this Christmas shopping depending on who you're buying gifts for. If you're in a relationship, you might feel pressured to spend more on them than anyone. For me, I would rather my family and loved ones and all of them make sure that financially they're secure. They don't have to buy me anything. I'm perfectly fine without getting any gifts. And I would rather my friends, families, loved ones go do something to make sure that they are financially doing well, financially having success. I would want them, if you're going to get me a gift, you can donate money to Cameroon. That's what I would prefer. So if you're going to get me anything, send funds so that I can go help someone else. And so assign a budget per person, close family, friends, coworkers. There has to be a specific amount for each person. Because when you do this, it's going to help you determine if that number, when you say, hey, I only want to spend $1,000. Well, if you got 20 people on your list and you plan on buying all of them $100 gift, you're not going to spend $1,000. You're going to spend double the amount. So when you write out this list of recipients and the amount of money you're going to spend on each, do the math, add it up to see if it equals your total amount. And to make sure also, most importantly, it doesn't take you out of budget. I mean, you still got to pay the rest of the bills for 2024. You still need to pay your basic bills for 2024. Why? Because they're going to be due. And we don't want to pay 2024 stuff in 2025. I don't want to carry these old bills into the new year unless I have to. And in this case, you don't have to carry your electric bill, your water bill, and basic bills, insurance. You don't want to have to carry those into 2025. We're going to start a new year. So if you're just now tuning in, I definitely want to welcome you to Coach Steele's Finance Training. You're here live with me on YouTube and Facebook. If you are listening on Facebook, make sure you still go subscribe to the YouTube channel, Coach Steele's Finance Training. We are almost at 400 subscribers. And when we get there, I'm going to give away a total of $50, $10, $15, and $25. We're going to give it away. We're going to do a drawing. If you want to be in the drawing, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be a subscriber and email me at Coach Steele's Finance Training. Not email me at Coach Steele's Finance Training. You need to email me at that email that's going down there in the ticker, CoachSteeleFinance@gmail.com. And in that email, you need to write at least one of the titles on the YouTube channel. And it's not difficult because there's plenty of videos in there, over 400 videos, and you can just pick one and write the title in the email. And so if you've never been to the YouTube channel, this is it right here. And it's different content, different information on here. If you click on live, like I did just now, all of these videos talking about the Fed rate cuts, real estate investing videos. This was a good one from last week that we did, setting monthly income goals. There are tons of videos on here. What is nudge marketing? What wise investors do. So definitely pick a video topic, shoot me the email, subscribe, and I'll put you in the drawing for the free money. It's free money. All right, let's see. Next, good morning to Janet Miles. Budget, I did. So, Janet, are you saying you went ahead and you started budgeting for Christmas in advance, or you already set your Christmas budget? It's in place. So, let's see here. So definitely good morning to you, Janet Miles. We are on number 3, assign a budget per person. And like I said, this is important. This is going to help you to see if your total number is realistic or not. You got to know if you're being realistic with yourself or if you're lying to yourself. Far as that, those recipients and how much you're going to spend on each one. The next one, number 4, is real good. Include other holiday expenses. Like you got this total budget, right? You got this total budget. I'm only going to spend $1,000. I'm only going to spend $500. You got the list of recipients on how much you're going to spend on each person. But now you got to remember there are other holiday expenses. Can anybody say what some of these other holiday expenses are that people forget when they talk about how much money they're going to spend for the month? Decorations. Did you include decorations? Some people may spend money to buy a tree or to put things on the tree. Good morning to Mr. John Johnson. Happy to have you tuning in on this morning. Okay, Janet Miles said yes, in advance, ahead, ask grandchildren ahead of time, only 5 items. Okay, I like that. I like that. So Janet Miles is on top of it. She has her budget in place. She knows how much she's going to spend. And like I said, good morning to you, Mr. John Johnson, as you're tuning in on today. Now, another expense, holiday meals. You still got to buy food if everybody has to eat. Well, you might decide to get fancy, or you may have people coming over. So you're going to spend money on food and a few other things. And so you have to remember those holiday expenses like decorations, holiday meals, wrapping paper. Are you going to do wrapping paper, or are you going to go old school, find some newspaper or something and wrap it with newspaper, or put it in some old shoe boxes, or just use some of those Walmart plastic bags that you've been saving for 3 years and just put them in a bunch of those? Like if you're going to buy wrapping paper and gift bags and make it look cute, that's going to cost money too. So the gift bag you pay for might take off some of how much you're going to spend. We got to add all of that into the equation when we think about Christmas shopping. And I like this video. It's so good because this is a video that you can watch in January, February to start prepping for December, or you can watch it now before you spend some more money in the next 4 days. Now, we also have travel expenses. When you're riding around to all these 59 stores that you're going to visit, you need to think about the traffic and the gas money that you're going to spend. Some of you, if you have to use transportation and Ubers and all that other stuff, all of that has to be factored in. And also, some of you may give charitable donations. So when we think about holiday expenses, and Leslie Moore has a great point. Hosting events is an added expense. So yes, if you're hosting an event, if you're going to an event, you may have to buy clothes, shoes, whatever, or you could just find something in the closet that you already have and save a bunch of money. But hosting people, it costs money. Even if you got to buy cups and plates and all that other stuff for everyone as well. So think about all of that. All of that needs to be included in your budget, so you don't swipe your card so much in the month of December that it takes all the way till April next year after taxes to clear everything up. You know, what if you did not use your tax money to clear up stuff and mistakes from November and December? What could you do with that tax money? You could invest it. You could invest it and you could make your tax money work for you, potentially. So you can be very creative with your money when you do not have other things weighing you down and holding you down. Now your tax money won't be used to pay bills. Your tax money will be used to make money, to flip it, to grow, so that you can buy what you want in December with what your money brought into you. See, now we're flipping the mentality and the mindset of I'm going to make this money work so hard that when November and December come around in 2025, the tax money has now allotted me the ability to go buy what I want carefree, all cash. So anyway, next thing is track your spending. Number 5, track your spending. We got to track it. So you said, I'm going to spend $25 on Leslie. I'm going to spend $100 on Janet. I'm going to spend $1,000 on Yvette. I'm going to spend $10 on Reggie Castile. Like, now you know how much money you're going to spend on each person, right? So now you got to track it. And whether you use a piece of paper or whether you use a spreadsheet, an app, a simple notebook, log each purchase, everything that you spend, log it and compare it to what you planned on your budget. So now we're parallel. We're lining that thing up. But looking and said, okay, I said I was only going to spend $10 on Reggie, but did I end up spending $25 on him? Guess what? If I said I was going to spend $10 on Reggie and then I end up spending $25 on him, then I'm off. I'm $15 off my budget. Now that means that Leslie might not get whatever she thought she was going to get. I might have to balance it out and get her something less. So we got to start looking at making adjustments so we don't go over the top. So make sure you're tracking everything as you continue to do your budget. And it's like checks and balances. It's keeping you honest with you. It's making sure that you said that you were going to do what you said you were going to do financially. So that's just tracking your spending. What is next? Look for savings. So we already know what we're going to do. We know what money we're going to spend, but definitely look for savings. There's so many digital coupons and everything else going on. And if you type in this code, you get this % off. There are so many traps that you have to be careful of during this Christmas time. If you use this credit card, you get 10% off this purchase. Of course, they're going to tell you that so that you sign up for this card, hoping you get a discount. But if you can't pay that card off in time, before that charge date, when that credit card company charges you 22% interest on your purchase for the next 4 to 5 years that it takes to pay that card off, that 10% discount that they gave you is null and void. The credit card company won because they used some nudge marketing to kind of get you to take the bait. They reeled you in and got more money off of you. And if you don't have credit card discipline, be wise. Stay away from it. Don't get the card. Protect you from you. So that number 6 is look for savings. Shop during sales like Black Friday, although they call it sales, but I'm going to leave it alone. Or pre-Christmas deals. Use coupons, cashback apps, or loyalty points. Consider DIY. This is another one I like. Part of number 6, when you look for savings, consider do-it-yourself gifts, DIY, to save money and add a personal touch. I like DIY gifts. I think that's a great idea. Some of you should try some DIY gifts, some DIY gift cards. Go outside and grab a pine cone and paint it a certain color and give it to someone. Paint it the person's favorite color. Go outside and get a stick and, a cutting knife or something and make a walking stick for the person. Go outside and get 9 rocks and write the fruit of the spirit on each one of, a portion of the fruit of the spirit on each one of the rocks. Be creative. Do it yourself. It'll save you a lot of money on these gifts. It's a personal touch. It's the thought that counts. It comes from the bottom of the heart. You put your creativity in that thing. and you may not have had to spend any money. Instead of buying the Hallmark card, get your poetry on. I was just reading a poem to the young kids that attend the same church that I go to at Mount Zion, and the kids enjoyed my poem that I read to them. Put a poem, get out a notepad and get your poem together, put some art on it, and give it to those loved ones. And that way you save yourself some money. And some of you, who knows, you may come up with your own business. You might, instead of being Hallmark, it might be whatever your name is. So you may have started a card business with your creativity. Or you may actually really get online and use different, whether it's Microsoft Word and some of this other stuff, and design your own card. So let's get to number 7. Prioritize gifts. What does that mean? If your budget is tight, focus on the most meaningful gifts. You also can opt for group gifts or suggest a Secret Santa exchange to reduce costs. So, I might be getting in trouble. That sir doesn't look like a healthy sir. It looks like okay. Anyway, prioritize gifts. If the budget is tight, focus on the most meaningful gifts. Do Secret Santa groups if you have to. She's jealous of my point. Got it. Anyway. So anyway, we want to prioritize those gifts. Focus on the ones that mean the most. I don't want to say means the most, but like I said, you don't have to get any gifts at all. Don't feel pressured into getting gifts if it's not in your budget. It's better to pay your bills and be at peace than to go over the top and spend too much. Because what's going to happen if you overspend in Christmas? When January comes around, right, you're going to be required to pay those bills. No one is going to come searching and hunting for you to see if you're okay. You're going to have all of that weight on your shoulders. So make sure that you manage your funds wisely so that you can pay your bills in January, February, and March without stressing and without rushing to panic to come up with other things to save yourself. So be wise. Prioritize gifts. And then we're almost close to the end here. Next, number 8. Lastly, you can already, and I know it's Christmas now, but go ahead, number 8, plan for next year. It is not too late to start planning for next year. Start saving early for next Christmas by setting aside a small amount of money each month. Consider dedicating holiday savings accounts to make budgeting easier for next year. And so one of the easiest things you can do, I think Mr. Reggie being a little messy, that LOL, I know what that is. So number 8, plan for next year. Number 8 is plan for next year. I don't know what happened to my assistant. Ever since I started talking about DIY gifts. Okay, there we go. All right. I thought my assistant abandoned me. But number 8 is plan for next year. One of the easiest things you can do to plan for next year is use a high yield interest savings account. I keep saying this over and over and over. If you have extra funds lying around, if you have money sitting in a checking account or in a basic savings account, we don't want just a basic savings account. We don't want something basic. No, we want a high yield interest savings account. And in this high yield interest savings account, instead of making 0% or making less than 1% on our money, if we put the funds in a high yield interest savings account, you can potentially make 4 times the amount you would in a regular savings account, because the high yield interest savings account that I keep promoting and telling people about right now, they give you about 4% interest APY, annual percentage yield. And so you get compound interest. And with that compound interest, if you sit your money in there, it will grow at a faster rate than it would in a regular checking or savings account. What does that do for you? Well, depending on how much you sit in there, it may actually grow enough money and spending to take care of your Christmas spending that you had planned for 2025. So if you let that money sit in there from now into 2025, depending on how much money you put in there, like let's say you got $15,000, it could make anywhere between $50 to $60 a month. That's $600 minimum by the end of the year. You can take that $600 and go Christmas shopping, and you never touch your $15,000 that you put in that account. The more in there, the more you'll make monthly. Some people may not be at 15,000. You may only have 5,000. That's fine. Guess what? $5,000 times 4%, it will make at minimum $200 on the year because of compound interest, so to grow more than that. So divided by 12, that's almost $17 every month. You can take that $17 and use it to buy groceries or put gas in the car, or just let it build up and use that $200+ to do Christmas shopping. So that's an easy way to do it. You can budget and set money to the side every month to prepare, but start planning for next year now. It only makes sense to start planning in advance. Well, I definitely, once again, appreciate everybody for tuning in on this morning to Coach Steele's Finance Training. I have a busy day. My oldest son is coming in. He's flying in from Colorado today, and he's already in the air. I think he flew from Colorado to Texas, and then I think next he comes to Savannah. So we'll be picking him up today. So I'm excited about that. He's been going since June, and who knows, maybe I'll convince him to go live with me while he's here, and he can give me an update. I don't know. We'll see if he gets on here. But once again, I do appreciate you all for tuning in to Coach Steele's Finance Training. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Coach Steele's Finance Training. Make sure you send me that email with the title of one of the YouTube videos and subscribe so that you can qualify for the drawing of $10, $15, or $25. And once again, I appreciate everyone that gives and donates to Cameroon so that I can continue to support people who are less fortunate and people that do need and people that would be appreciative to have. And so as much as we think about, different things we want in America, and as much things that we wish we had, and sometimes we have too much of, there are people in other places that don't have at all. And so $10 would potentially feed them for half the week. And they have become so strategic with food that, let's say you get $10 and it buys them, a chicken. That chicken might last them from Sunday to Saturday. Or that chicken or that fish that they buy with that $10 might be the only meat that they get the whole week. Sparing $10, $15, a child who's probably worn the same shoes for like forever, that might be able to get them a new pair of shoes or a new pair of clothes. And it's interesting because in other countries and cultures, as much as Christmas is something to enjoy, to be celebrated, peer pressure is all over the world. I've seen different people in Cameroon. It'll be around Christmas time and their heads will be down. They'll be looking sad. And they'll say, we don't have what they call Christmas outfits. In America, appreciate you tuning in, Ashton Strickland. Actually, I would love to have you on the show one day as well because of the hard work that you do with young adults and people and the opportunities that are created from them. It fits in with what I talk about with financial literacy. So I definitely need to connect with you on that because you have a powerful story and different testimonies of young people that you've helped change their lives so that they can be productive citizens out here in this economy. But in America, we talk about the different gifts and things that we have on Christmas Day for kids. In Cameroon, it's odd because it's about the clothes you come outside with on Christmas Day. It's completely different. The cool thing for young kids in Cameroon is to have a Christmas outfit. It's not about the toys, it's about your outfit, your threads. And so when I talk to the young people in Cameroon, I don't have a Christmas outfit. I don't have a, and I have to remind them, it's not about what you wear. It doesn't matter if somebody else has a Christmas outfit. Did you get a hot meal? Were you able to eat? Did you have what you need? And you got to be appreciative of that and thank God. You know, a lot of young people, that's not what they want to hear, but I give them the truth. And so peer pressure is universal. It's worldwide, and everyone deals with it. But people who do give and they donate, I am able to buy certain things for people in Cameroon that they actually need. And every once in a while, we do get some Christmas outfits for them over the years so that they'll look nice and, you know, whether it gives them confidence or whether it's just a day for them to enjoy themselves. And ultimately, they know that someone is thinking about them, but most importantly, that God laid them on a complete stranger's heart that loves them and cares about them. And that's what's most important, is that they know that God is thinking about them and that God loves them. But once again, appreciate everybody for tuning in on this morning as we talked about our Christmas strategies and how to budget for Christmas. Number one was set a total budget. How much am I going to spend? Number two was list all your recipients. List all the people that are going to take money out your pockets. And then you got to put them in a certain order. Then you're going to assign each person a budget. Each person, basically, how much am I going to spend on each person? And then after that, include holiday expenses. Make sure you add all of that in. That's number 4. Number 5 is track all your spending. Make sure you stuck to your budget. And if you need to make adjustments and not get somebody something, then that's fine. You might catch them on the back end. And then look for savings. Find ways to save money on those things you're going to buy. And then number 7, prioritize your gifts. You know, if you can't get something, you can't get something. If you have to do a Secret Santa group, then do that. Mr. Reggie asked if he is on my list. Actually, and I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret here. Mr. Reggie actually is on my list, and I have a gift for him. But the list, one of the lists that you're on is on my prayer request list. So Reggie Castile, I actually have you on my list, but it's the prayer request list. And so you ought to be appreciative of, of that. And if you're tuning in to Coach Steele's Finance Training, make sure you not only subscribe on YouTube, but make sure you share. If you're on Facebook, you can share this video on your page for other people to help them budget and save money. If somebody is looking for you to buy them a gift and you don't plan on buying them a gift, use this video. Think about it. You're budgeting. You're not trying to spend money on everybody, right? Tag in this video. Share this video on their page so then they can understand why you couldn't go buy them a gift. Coach Steele at Coach Steele's Finance Training said, I got to stick to my budget and I need to pay all my bills in January and February and March. And I don't need to be paying credit card bills from expenses in December, in January, February, March, April. Use me. I'm the scapegoat. Tag, share this video so that you can save you money. See, I've already saved you money on your Christmas holiday shopping just by simply sharing this video. Oh yes, Mr. Reggie, I do have you on my list. You're on my prayer request list. And let me tell you this, guys, and I said this yesterday on my live video. I have beautiful Christmas candles. This one is called Baking Spirits Bright. So if you're looking for holiday Christmas candles, definitely hit me up and let me know. I'll connect you with the Connect. I paid for these. These are beautiful. And she's a subscriber, and she donates to Cameroon as well. So if you do patronize her candle business, she is a giver to Cameroon as well. And so this ties in with Mr. Reggie. I like this one. It's called Just Peachy. And so with Just Peachy, the candles also have the designs of some of the desserts and things, and it smells like it as well. Now, there's also another candle that she has called, the lighting may not be good on this, but this one is called Lemon Pound Cake. And in here, you'll also see that there's a piece of pound cake in here, but you light the wick and everything burns. Smells beautiful, right? Mr. Reggie, I do have a gift for you. And good morning to you, Miss Chantel Brooks. We still got to connect. We still got to get together and talk some financial literacy. I was just thinking about you the other day. And so when it comes to the gift I have for you, Mr. Reggie, I have this candle, not this one in particular. As you see, these are still ready to rock. But I had this banana pudding candle, Mr. Reggie. And with that banana pudding candle, I did use it. It's probably halfway done, right? But I don't need it anymore. I got a new one. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do something different that I've never done before for anybody else. I'm going to give you the banana pudding candle that I've used, and I'm going to let you go ahead and take it on the rest of the way home. So instead of me taking it to the finish line, I'm going to let you take it to the finish line as well. And normally I wouldn't do that for anybody. But for you, you're different. You're special. Good morning to you, Mr. Tony Sherman. Happy to have you tune in on today. I would love Mr. Tony Sherman's take on his Christmas shopping and what he plans on doing, because I know he's gonna buy some gifts. Don't get on here and act tough. You're gonna buy some type of gift. I just don't know what type of gift you are going to buy. Mr. Tony Sherman, are you completely done with your Christmas shopping, or are you still shopping? I love you too, Mr. Reggie. That's my guy. Not special. So I know Assyria gonna spend money on Christmas. She got a baby. She got a young child. So I know she's buying and spending money. And but Mr. Tony, are you done Christmas shopping yet? You know what, we're on the same team. Christmas is every day. I don't buy gifts. I wonder if Tony is home. I wonder if I can send. I think I sent you an invite. Where did I send you the invite last time, Tony? Did I send it to your phone or did I send it to your email? You still got that invite? Let me see. I think I sent it to your email. Let me see if I can find your email address. Uh-oh. I think Assyria took the cheap way out. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm going to see if I can send an invite to Mr. Sherman. But you might be busy. So if you're busy, then I understand if you can't jump in. All right. Let me hit paste. All right. I'm sending you an invite, Mr. Sherman. So if you're free, then you can click that link and I'm going to let you in on the video because you're on Team No Gifts. So if you're on Team No Gifts, then you can jump in on the live. Okay, you're going to the gym. Okay, all right. Well, all right, we'll do it another day. Tony, that's my mentality. Christmas is every day. So I buy gifts throughout the year, or I don't need a special day. So as much as I joke, I do buy gifts. I might buy somebody a gift every month, January through November, but December may hit and I may not buy a gift. But I don't wait for Christmas to buy certain gifts. Assyria said no. The grandparents and the great-grands got everything on the list. Okay, so Assyria got off easy. She really don't have to buy anything. Yeah, because like parents and great and grandparents, they OD. Like great grandparents and great grandparents, they OD so much that you really don't have to buy your kids anything because everybody else gonna do the most. So that is true there. Mr. Tony is going to the gym to go work out and probably play some basketball. Okay, and there's some information about the candles on the uh, comment section on Facebook. My YouTube listeners, I will get that information to you as well. That way, you can buy some candles if you need to. But if you're watching on YouTube, you should see the information pop up here. But it's www.poshlifestyleco.com. All right. Any other questions, thoughts, or concerns? If not, once again, I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you get you some Christmas candles. Enjoy your holidays. Have a nice time. Be safe. Have fun. And after y'all spend up this money, we are coming back next Saturday on the 28th. And I'm going to check on y'all. I'm going to make sure that you ain't go too crazy. I don't know. Actually, I might do a live on Wednesday or Thursday, probably Thursday, to check on y'all. I don't think I can wait till Saturday. I need to check y'all pulse. I need to see where y'all at. Take your time. You know, New Year's coming too. So you're going to spend some money on New Year's as well. Some of y'all got New Year's shenanigans and stuff going on. Pace yourself financially in all seriousness so that you can have financial success during this season. Good morning to you, Mr. Hightower. And I know he's going to do some Christmas shopping as well. But other than that, appreciate y'all tuning in. Be blessed and